et de seul.
Our French team, Ray Rougeau et Jean Broussard.
Ici en direct de San Antonio, nous sommes en enfer. C'est l'enfer en cellule, là où le championnat universel sera disputé.
Et attention parce que c'est Mick Foley lui-même qui agira en tant qu'arbitre spécial pour cet affrontement.
And a Mandarin team of Meng Ai and Sean Day.
哎呀，接下来地狱恶魔彻底释放，牢笼大赛群英共战。
欢迎来到史上最令人热血沸腾的地狱牢笼大赛。
Went down to Riverwalk with Meng Ai last night.
How'd that go
guy
for you?
party.
Zut alors.
He is the current Intercontinental Champion, the Kingslayer, Seth Rollins.
Rollins with a big-time opportunity to become a double champion here tonight.
Something we've seen him do before, and tonight he could be walking out of San Antonio with some extra gold.
Titles tonight. If that happens and Roman Reigns wins later on, the three members of the Shield will hold all the championships, all the men's championships on the Monday Night Raw brand.
Talk about shifting the balance of power. That would be absolutely unbelievable.
And speaking of the Shield, they will reunite in less than 3 weeks. October 6th, Melbourne, Australia. It is WWE Super Showdown, streaming live exclusively on the WWE Network. The Shield against Ziggler, McIntyre, and the monster among men, Braun Strowman.
While Seth Rollins' Intercontinental title is on the line, it is a very real possibility that by the end of tonight, you could have McIntyre and Ziggler with the Raw Tag Team titles, and Braun Strowman could be your Universal Champion. How's that for a shift of power?
That will make Monday Night Raw entire chaos.
Seth Rollins with a win tonight would become just the 7th superstar in WWE history to hold the Intercontinental titles and the Tag Team titles at the same time. The last superstar to do so way back in 2002, the Big Red Machine, Kane.
Well, Seth said the Shield runs this place until we don't want to. End of story. We could see this here tonight.
The three brothers of the Shield obviously pride themselves on being the workhorses here in WWE. That said, McIntyre and Ziggler both have verbally said they respect what the Shield are capable of, what Rollins, Ambrose, and Reigns have done in WWE. They just want to knock them off the perch.
See, this is the problem. I feel like Dolph and Drew just keep telling everybody everything they want to do, how great they are. The Shield's so much past that point. They don't got to bark up everyone's tree all the time anymore. They know they're good.
And right. I'm sorry to interrupt, Corey. Go ahead.
You're right to an extent, but the fact is, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre have repeatedly called their shots and lived up to their end of the bargain.
And they did say, Dolph and Drew, that is on WWE Live now across social media platforms earlier today, that all we care about is winning and ridding the locker room of the Shield. We're doing it without feelings and emotions. We are doing good, in the words of Ziggler and McIntyre.
You know, I talked to Dolph Ziggler about that before. He does see in his eyes right now they are doing justice to the Raw men's locker room right now. Looking at the Shield running rampant all over the place. They just wanted to come out to the aid of Braun Strowman, which is what got them in this place in the first place.
And Corey, let's talk a little bit about the great rivalry over the summer between Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler.
Trading the Intercontinental Championship back and forth. Seth Rollins issued an open challenge, with Dolph Ziggler capitalized on and took the Kingslayer's title. Certainly no love lost between Ziggler and Rollins.
And Drew McIntyre played so much into that rivalry.
A lot of people have said that without Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler would have never become the Intercontinental Champion. But great counter by Rollins.
And backing Ziggler into the corner. Ambrose makes the tag, and here comes the lunatic fringe.
Talk about a man putting in extra work. Dean Ambrose is better than ever.
Great double team by Ambrose and Rollins. Cover by Ambrose. Hook of the leg and a kick out. And keep in mind, Ambrose and Rollins have been tag team champions before. They ruled from August to November of last year.
You talk about the well-oiled machine of the Shield. I mean, these guys know where each other are every single second. I mean, they've got that perfect ring awareness where I don't know that Dolph and Drew are exactly there yet. They've been amazing, but time will tell.
As long as time served goes, yeah.
Went for the stop, and Dolph Ziggler, who knows that move well, rolled out of harm's way, looks to regroup with McIntyre.
far as time served as a tag team, you definitely want to give the edge to Rollins and Ambrose. However, McIntyre and Ziggler have been on the same page since they arrived on Monday Night Raw, and it's hard to argue with any of the results that they've produced.
Without question.
Tag, here's McIntyre.
I don't care who you are, Drew McIntyre is an absolute game changer.
He's a terrifying man, Scottish psychopath, as Dolph calls him.
Rollins obviously showing no fear.
Oh, and McIntyre, what a shoulder tackle. It took Rollins aback, the look of almost disbelief on the face of Rollins. And McIntyre wants Ambrose. No surprise there.
He might be biting off more than he can chew right now.
Tag, here comes Dean. Remember, Ambrose and Rollins, Corey, talked their way into this tag team title match tonight by threatening to have acting general manager Baron Corbin arrested this past Monday night.
I don't necessarily agree with how they did it, but the fact is they did it.
Dolph and Drew have talked about the emotions that the Shield has. I don't think that this is emotions we're going to see from Dean Ambrose. This is a man that just wants to come in here and fight.
And look at Dean taking it right to McIntyre. Couple of shots and then a clubbing blow by McIntyre. Ambrose right to the knee. Great move by Ambrose. Former world champion. McIntyre, shoulders down, kick out at 2. And now Ambrose with those punishing cross faces right to the jaw of McIntyre. Now chasing Ziggler, but the Ziggler distraction allowed McIntyre to capitalize. What a veteran move by Dolph Ziggler.
The tag team chemistry we were mentioning before that Ziggler and McIntyre have developed in a relatively short period of time.
Right, perfect example of it right there.
They dismantled the B team to win the tag team titles. And now they look to dismantle Ambrose and Rollins tonight. And now the vicious McIntyre. And Ziggler with a shot to the kidneys.
Dolph and Drew looking to inflict some change here in WWE, and a big win over the Shield tonight would do just that.
Ziggler just dragging the eyes of Ambrose across the top rope. I don't care how tough you are. If you can't see, you can't fight.
You don't have calloused eyeballs.
And when McIntyre and Ziggler arrived on the scene here as a team, their mantra became wake-up call and reality check. And that is what they've been providing the Monday Night Raw locker room. And now Ziggler just wearing Ambrose down. Rollins trying to rally Dean. Couple elbows to the midsection in a third, and Dolph follows it up with a right hand.
Dolph better be careful with too much time spent gloating.
That's his MO. Uh-oh, Dean. Got Dolph and hung him up at the top rope.
That added muscle on Dean Ambrose certainly coming into play here.
Mouthful of the rope.
And Dean in the best shape of his career as he now looks to try to drag himself to the corner to make a tag to the Intercontinental Champion.
The man that works out like he's on a prison lunch break.
Rollins, down goes Ziggler. Sling blade by Seth.
In prison, the only time you don't work out is lunch.
Oh, well, I've never been. I don't know how it goes.
Rollins, second rope. Seth up over the top, lands on his feet. Oh, and he caught him.
Man, Rollins got all of it.
That spin kick to Dolph right in the jaw.
Rollins is feeling himself right now.
Rollins got that devil in his eye.
Oh, wait a minute. McIntyre tripped him up. And once again, the distraction allows Ziggler to capitalize.
That is it.
DDT to retain the titles. Rollins at 2.
You can see McIntyre walking past our table, counting along. Drew is as sure as anybody. This one was over.
But count your eggs before they hatch,
Corey,
boys.
to your point earlier, though, the way that this team of Dolph and Drew has come together is amazing in such a short period of time. Twice in this match, almost winning the match because of help from the other teammate.
United by a common goal to change the culture of complacency here in WWE as they view it. McIntyre and Ziggler have continued to call their shots and deliver in the big situations.
What an unbelievable change we'll see if Braun Strowman is able to walk out of Hell in Cell as Universal Champion tonight, and they're able to retain here tonight with the tag titles.
Yes, Strowman, of course, has aligned himself with Dolph and Drew.
The Dogs of War, a dangerous pack. Drew McIntyre nearly took Seth Rollins' pecs clean off his body with a knife-edge chop.
Dolph with a kick right to the face. Mocking super kick to Ambrose to once again get in the head of the lunatic fringe.
Back it off. 1, 2.
Ziggler just ruthless.
McIntyre with a kick right to the side of the face. Again, Ziggler went to the official. McIntyre took advantage.
Dean Ambrose looks like he wants a piece of this pie.
Tag. And here comes McIntyre. And the double team continues for the tag team champions.
This is just pure malice. Stomping on the fingers of Seth Rollins. This isn't going to win you any matches. It's just going to incapacitate Seth. Small joint manipulation. McIntyre is just enjoying this.
So sadistic.
Now talking trash to Rollins as he destroys him in the ring. McIntyre says what makes me dangerous isn't just my in-ring style. It's the fact I've thrived on a journey most wouldn't have survived. The journey that brought me back here to WWE better than ever.
Drew McIntyre had time to go reevaluate himself and make a bigger impact the second that he walked back here in WWE.
Trust me, Drew McIntyre never shy about letting anybody with ears know about his journey and what a struggle it's been and how happy Drew is to be back where he belongs.
Well, that's the difference. I mean, you're happy to be here and you look like Drew McIntyre. You got the skills and the tools that Drew McIntyre has. I'd let everybody know too.
Tag, and here's Ziggler. And Corey, we've talked about this a lot. Dolph Ziggler is a new man since teaming with Drew McIntyre. He's more aggressive, he's more vicious than he's ever been before. Kick out at 1.
Dolph Ziggler spent so many years priding himself as being the show-off, as having maybe the most exciting match of the night, but that didn't always add up to results. Now Dolph knows that results equal opportunity.
Dolph Ziggler's always undeniably been one of the best superstars here in WWE. You got the backup.
Come on! Come on! Do something! Do something!
Dolph just toying with Rollins, and his mouth may have caught up to him there as Seth is fighting back.
Dolph ought to know by now, you never get too comfortable when the Kingslayer's in the ring.
Sleeper by Dolph. Rollins, middle of the ring, nowhere to go.
It's a smart move. Trying to wear Rollins down. Ziggler's got all of his body weight on Seth's back. Still relatively close to McIntyre as well.
And Rollins could be fading. He's down to a knee. Ziggler's got the sleeper locked in good. WWE Universe sold out here tonight in San Antonio, trying to will Seth Rollins on. Over 15,000 strong as Rollins tries to make it to the corner and make a tag to Ambrose.
Seth is almost there, but I believe Ziggler went to the eyes of Rollins.
And now some separation created, but can Rollins somehow get to his corner?
Seth's probably trying to get his sight back right now. I think Dolph definitely stuck a finger or two in Seth Rollins' eyeball for a second.
It's been perfectly cut in half.
Tag!
Here comes McIntyre. There goes McIntyre.
But look, great move by McIntyre.
Brilliant awareness by the Scotsman.
And now Rollins again taking the fight to Drew.
Yeah, but Seth has nobody to tag.
That elbow caught him good.
Oh, look at this. Look at this power. This is next level.
I don't like this.
Oh! Landed on his shoulder first. Cover. Hook of the leg. Ambrose saving the matchup for his team. This match is for the Raw Tag Team titles, currently held by McIntyre and Ziggler.
I think it's hard to argue. I think Drew McIntyre certainly had a surefire pin there had it not been for Ambrose.
And Rollins doing his best to try to fight out of harm's way in the corner. Again, McIntyre. Rollins lands in his feet. Seth with a chop.
Rollins just decked Ziggler, but can he make the tag to Ambrose? McIntyre hanging on.
Oh, tag made!
No, but the referee didn't see it.
Ziggler, what a move by the veteran Ziggler. Ziggler brought the referee to him, and he didn't see the tag made. And now the double team.
Rollins is getting mugged in the corner. What a veteran, brilliant move by Dolph Ziggler.
You don't have to like it, but you have to applaud Dolph Ziggler for what he did.
Situational awareness. What a plan. What a tactic by Dolph
Ziggler's been here a
Ziggler.
long time.
And Corey, this is another look at exactly what happened here. Tag was made, but the official was with Ziggler.
Ziggler had rolled in underneath the bottom rope, taking the referee's attention, thus rendering the tag between Rollins and Ambrose null and void.
Gotta commend them. You gotta get a win any way you can.
That's how they're the tag team champions, and they want to stay that way. Ziggler and McIntyre. It's the way that Dolph kept the Intercontinental Championship for so long. Ziggler heading up top.
In the danger zone up top. Precarious position for both superstars.
Rollins trying to block.
Seth just prying Ziggler's arm off, hoping of thwarting whatever Dolph is looking for.
That right hand will do it.
Oh, look at this.
Ziggler meets him there,
Nope.
knocked off again by Rollins.
All right, Seth Rollins has some of the best conditioning of anybody I've ever met, but we need some fresh legs in here.
And here's Drew McIntyre.
Tag was made. Drew is legal. Rollins.
Oh, what a blockbuster.
Rollins immediately grabbing for his right knee.
Rollins, of course, with a history of knee trouble in his career. Now tries to drag himself to the corner. McIntyre trying to prevent the tag. Rollins rolls through. Here comes Ambrose. And Dean unloading. The unorthodox style of Dean Ambrose as he unleashes on McIntyre.
At a frenetic pace, but Ambrose better be careful not to get disqualified.
All of his pent-up fury being taken out.
Ambrose and Rollins can only win the tag titles via pinfall or submission. Dean Ambrose, down goes McIntyre. Down again goes McIntyre.
Not giving him an inch.
Look, Dean not quite powerful enough to muscle over McIntyre.
Looking for dirty deeds.
Jackknife pin.
Is it enough for the titles? And a kick out at 2.
Ambrose takes down McIntyre. Cover.
Again to win the tag team goal. McIntyre, another near fall for Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose is using any means necessary right now to try to get a pin.
Dean has kept up an absolute breakneck pace since tagging into this match, but it hasn't been enough.
Uh-oh.
Ambrose up.
Kick Dolph Ziggler down. Once again, Ziggler playing distraction.
Looking for dirty deeds out on the apron. McIntyre, though, blast. Dean Ambrose.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but this deep into the matchup, I think as a tag team, McIntyre and Ziggler have outclassed Rollins and Ambrose.
I would love to disagree with you on that, but I gotta say I'm on the same page as you on that.
McIntyre into the steel post. Ziggler into the barricade.
But the tides may be turning, Graves.
The champion's advantage dictates Ambrose needs to get McIntyre back in. There you go. Pinfall or submission, the only way to become champions. Ambrose trying to will himself to the top rope.
Ambrose perched up top, measuring McIntyre. McIntyre caught him.
Belly to
launches him into the corner.
Ambrose could be out. It might have been a last gasp desperation maneuver. Look at the power of McIntyre. Rotating, launching Dean into the turnbuckles.
Dean Ambrose has some of the best work ethic I've ever seen, but when your back is smashed into the turnbuckle, there's not much you can do to come back from that.
Nobody to tag. Rollins not in his corner. Dolph Ziggler trying to make it up in his corner.
Might be a little prejudice there, Renee, but I actually don't disagree with you. That said, you don't get into the sort of phenomenal state that Ziggler and McIntyre are without work ethic.
Rollins launching himself to take out Dolph. Dolph sent over the top rope.
Gotta get back in on the count throughout, Ziggler.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. Here we go.
The Kingslayer.
Got a plan.
Suicide dive caught though.
Nope.
By the champions. And Ambrose with a dive of his own into the pile. Everybody goes down.
Ambrose sacrificed himself and his partner to take out Ziggler and McIntyre.
And this is the crucial point in this match.
All four superstars down. Let's take one more look at this. Rollins full speed ahead with a suicide dive, but McIntyre and Ziggler stopped the momentum, opening the door for this maniac, Dean Ambrose, to topple the entire pile.
The official is now at a count of 6. Both teams are still down outside the ring. Count of 7.
Double count out, and McIntyre and Ziggler retain.
Ziggler beat the count back into the ring, and Rollins beats it as well. Match continues for the tag team gold.
Ziggler looking for another one of those DDTs.
Oh, Rollins turned it into a Falcon Arrow. Here's the cover by Seth for the championship.
I thought that was it.
We almost had new Raw Tag Team Champions.
Seth Rollins is sneaky strong, and that was a great example of it there.
Seth Rollins looks beside himself that wasn't the end.
Take another look at this. Pound for pound, one of the strongest men in WWE. Seth Rollins hoisting Dolph Ziggler up and driving the show off down, spine first. We nearly had new champs, but Ziggler refused to relent.
This has been an incredible match for the Raw Tag Team Championship.
Highly competitive on both sides. Rollins looking to burn it down.
Oh, kick right to the midsection.
Here comes.
Position for the stomp. Ziggler rolled out of the way. Kick to the knee. And now Dolph Ziggler.
One of the famouser, but Rollins. Buckle bomb.
Into the corner.
That's
to win
it.
the tag team. McIntyre from out of nowhere. Ambrose back into the mix.
There's the flurry of rights and lefts from Dean Ambrose.
There are bodies being tossed everywhere.
Knee to the spine from Rollins.
From behind, Ziggler rolling up Rollins, tried to grab the tights. Rollins reversed it, kick out at 2.
Oh,
Zigzag by Dolph.
Good.
Cover, up to the leg. Shoulders down, and a kick out by Rollins. What a sequence. What a sequence of this match.
If I didn't just watch it, I would never believe it.
This is unreal.
Absolutely incredible. Watch this.
Rollins would nail McIntyre with a knee. Ziggler and Rollins would trade pinfall attempts, but would open the door, bang, for a zigzag that has brought Dolph so many victories, countless victories, but Rollins would not be one of them.
Two of the best tag teams in the world today going at it here tonight at Hell in a Cell. Drew Legal.
The Scottish Terminator once again steps between the ropes. Malicious intentions for the Kingslayer. Here it comes.
Going for the Claymore kick and a zigzag, but Drew ran into a super kick. Roll up by Rollins to win the goal. McIntyre kicks out at 2. Rollins caught him in the face. Seth Rollins is going to go up top. Rollins with a frog splash to the spine.
Walk off.
To win the goal. Here tonight, McIntyre again. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
What is it gonna take?
I don't think anybody has an answer. Rollins, Ambrose, McIntyre, Ziggler, all four men giving it their absolute all and then some, including this. Look at the height that Seth Rollins accomplishes
and watch
before
the impact.
Outrageous impact right on the small of McIntyre's back.
Insane execution.
But how did McIntyre kick out?
Drew is performing on an otherworldly level right now. The same can be said for the 3 other competitors. No one has an answer to solve the other team. Ambrose once again tagged in Legal.
A double team now by Ambrose and Rollins.
And to scratch and claw for new ideas.
Well, Dean and Seth reaching pretty deep into their bag of tricks in hopes of knocking off the Scottish Terminator. Here comes Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler into the mix. Rollins taking off the top rope. Dolph set through the second rope.
There goes Seth.
Nobody home, and Rollins hit hard.
Splat.
Meanwhile, McIntyre able to knock Ambrose off the rope, and now Drew McIntyre came off the top rope and took out Ambrose in a kip-up by the big man.
McIntyre.
What an unbelievable athlete Drew McIntyre is.
So tall, so strong, was able to connect with a clothesline, even though Ambrose did his best to avoid.
That velocity off that top rope.
Tag for Dolph Ziggler, and now Dolph is going to go up top.
Tandem offense from the tag team champions.
Look at Ambrose still fighting back. Incredible guts by Ambrose.
Knuckles right to the eyebrow of McIntyre.
Looking for dirty deeds. Tag. Rollins is legal, I believe.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Ambrose just bulldozed Drew out of the ring.
Seth Rollins meeting Ziggler. Superplex.
Roll through.
Can't go one.
I just witnessed.
I can't believe the way the match ended with a Claymore kick. Ziggler just fell into the cover. And Ziggler and Drew retain.
Right place, right time, but McIntyre and Ziggler are still your Raw Tag Team Champions.
What do you want?
I think you and I need to have a talk. You may not think the cell will change you, but it will. When you are locked inside the Hell in a Cell, your life is going to change. But no matter how chaotic it gets in there, I need you to respect my authority.
All you need to do is count to 3, then give me my Universal Championship. You do your job, and I'll do mine. Because I promise you, you don't want a monster problem.
Good talk.
The phenomenal one and the queen. Y'all ain't just gonna